We had a good start of the season, and then obviously we've had the blip recently. We've had key players being injured, which didn't help the situation. But obviously we can make excuses, but we're not going to do. What we're going to do is obviously get behind the manager. What you'll find at this club is our manager is probably one of the hardest working managers in the league in terms of like going getting the right players for the football club. I think what's happened is, we've had a brand new squad all season, and I think some of them haven't took to this league. But we're 100% behind Mark, and we just want Mark to succeed, and we want everyone else to get behind him. The fans, the board are. So we just want Mark to succeed at the club.
I mean, Mark did really well last season, delivered silverware in the Manchester Premier Cup. He's revamped the squad over summer. It's pretty much an entirely new squad. Do you think part of the problem is some of the players don't have a tie to the club?
That's it, yeah. So I think some of the players what have come to the club, they don't realise the ethos of the club in terms of like we're all together. It's a togetherness which is really close, done over previous seasons. So I think, we can always all blame the manager, but at the end of the day, it's down to the players to sort of like make that happen and look around and see what we're all about.
And it's also about looking at the league in general. The National League North, it's not easy, it's very tough. Look at York City. They weren't too great last season. They're flying away at the top of the league this season. You've got to put things into perspective, haven't you?
Yeah, we have got to do that. But what we have got to put into perspective as well is that the club are punching above the weight, no doubt about it. But we've got to keep that going. Our ambition is to stay in this football league. And we as a board will hopefully make that happen. But it's down to the players to turn it around. We know the manager will do that. I've got every faith in the manager in terms of like I said to you before, he's really hard working. He's out every day looking at players, and I'm quite confident Mark will bring the right brand of player here. We've got full trust in Mark. We don't have to panic. It's only October. We've got to think about the future of the club. We're not a sacking club. We trust our manager. Mark's been here 15 years with the youth section. He deserves his opportunity. But I can tell you now, there's no one as hard as working, like I told you in the interview before. He really is working hard.
You mentioned the youth section then. Mark played a massive role in that in recent years. You look at the youth team this season, especially in the FA Cup, they're banging goals in for fun. So the future does look bright, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. We travel to Guiseley on Tuesday, which is another round, and they're going to go there with a lot of confidence. We've got a lot of young lads coming through the system, and hopefully, we can get a couple of these coming through our system. But what we want to do, we want that path for them, and we want to keep in this football league.
And just a message to the fans. I know there's been a few complaints on the terraces recently, but what would you have to say to them?
Get behind us. It's all right when we have the glory, but people have got to come when we are having the difficult times as well. I think what's happening sometimes with a club like our size is people get disgruntled with the results, but what they've got to remember is we're still the top tied in Tameside in terms of where we are in the league, and these fans have got to realise that. Get behind us instead of going on the terrace and giving it out and get all negative. You want to get behind Mark and the team and the board. That's what we want.